So yeah, like I said, don't worry about the MMRs just yet. I mean, Dragonborn is gold 1572, which means he just hasn't played that many games. I think DaviTsin is more of a BM player. I know he loves his BM. I just don't know if he ever changes that up. All right. So, interesting spot for the first Ancient of War. We're going to see, I guess, what he's going to want to do with that. It is Sunday, says he likes playing Orc. Dragonborn likes playing versus Orc, but he's kind of lost between choosing strats. Well, we're going to see. I mean, the positioning already of the Ancient of War is kind of interesting to me. I'm not going to pretend like I know everything about Night Elf versus Orc. Need Carson in here, or literally anyone but me. But, yeah, I don't know what he's up to just yet. Keeper of the Grove, maybe he's going to go with the Hunts. I don't know. Oh, he likes playing versus Orcs the least. Well, now I know what to play him against for like the rest of the season because I'm a horrible person like that, and I just look for what they hate the most. Like ask Phoenix or not Phoenix, well him too, but Penguin. Uh, Penguin is an Orc player on my team, and he hates playing versus Night Elf. So last time he was on my team, I gave him I think 4 Night Elves. It's also not my fault because I'm trying to find the fairest matchup. So yeah, he's using I don't know. Not really sure about that. Just creeping this green with the Ancient of War. He is obviously up to something with this Wisp down here. Wait, you're Penguin? What the hell? How many names do you have? You're like Sontag's Merchant. I can't even say it right. Every German just like winced, I'm sure. You're Penguin. So like I said, BM, he got his Glove of Haste. He started teching tier 2. Yeah, DaviTsin may be a follower of Hitman. I'm not sure. We got a few follower of Hitmans in Jim and GNL, but I know for sure he loves his BM. Today I learned Sonntag means Sunday. I mean, I think I know German pretty well because when Neo and Remo cast the ESL Germany stuff, I like know like half the words because half the words are in English. So he's got level 2 and he's got a grunt running right in. It's gonna take forever to kill that grunt, but that's a dead grunt if he wants it. Meanwhile, he's just getting level 2. He didn't take this camp yet or anything like that. Like I said, this will be a he's trying not to burn another entangle, so it's taking even a little bit longer. But it should die? Yeah. I'm still not sure about that Ancient War. Not exactly a fan, but what do I know? I mean, DaviTsin does not have dust, so kind of okay for Dragonborn right now. He does have dust, so DaviTsin actually has to be a little bit careful that he doesn't get just screwed by 2 entangles and dust. Cubert, you only followed me 15 minutes ago. No. I wouldn't be following me if I was anyone but me. Shit, I'm not even following myself. It's just physically impossible. All right, so I'm guessing dots, but not yet. Still hasn't hit tier 2. We'll see in a minute, but I don't see a Hunter's Hall anywhere unless I'm blind. So dots for him. I didn't even notice DaviTsin was supply blocked this whole time, so he hasn't been able to make his secondary hero. Oh, GG is for German Gandalf. Yeah. Alright, so one Ancient of Wind. Did he just not have enough space for the second one? Or doesn't want to build it yet? I don't know. I actually did stream in the past a long time ago. Like, just very briefly. And then I stopped playing for a while. So, Races has been there a while. What would be funny if someone like our old friend Blitzer from Reign of Chaos logs on, because he's a mod from literally way back when, and sees 300 people watching. He's going to wonder what the hell's happening. Alright, so still only one. There we go. I was going to say, still only one AOW. Ancient of Wind. Yeah, I said I wanted a co-caster too, but never happened. Someone who actually knows something would be helpful. So you're never going to see like perfect strats from literally anyone. I mean, even Moon. It's not always going to be perfect, but especially at GNL, that's almost part of the fun. You know, you never know what the hell's going to happen. And the weirdest things sometimes work or don't work, but they also fail in spectacular fashion. But you can also see the progression of players. DaviTsin is doing a nice job of split creeping while all this is happening. He's actually getting a lot of damage done. Dragonborn could actually... Alright, never mind. I was going to say, if he wants to block, he could actually try and block it on this way out, but no. Dragonborn definitely had a slow start with these. I don't think he wanted that to happen. I don't know what happened exactly, but very slow with the dots. Yeah, why not? I'd minimize right now, but, you know. So, almost level 3. That always sucks. 488. That could be level 3. That is level 3. There you go. Meanwhile, 1-2. So, the real question is, does DaviTsin know how to deal with dots? I mean, he's got the hero levels right now, but I don't know how he's going to do. He's getting a tower down. I mean, he should know, you know, what's happening now. So, towers are pretty damn good versus dots. Dragonborn knows what's up, though, because he did lose the Wisp. I mean, it's going to show the tower. God, don't lose any. Alright. So, Dragonborn definitely is not ready. He does have an orb. Orbs are always nice. I was going to say, you know, Dragonborn ain't ready, but this is really not a big army from DaviTsin. Dragonborn would definitely like to have Cyclone right now, though. So it's really... DaviTsin's just losing fun, but if he can take out some of these Druid... I mean, he's just aiming the hero, but... Alright, now things are starting to die literally everywhere. Serpent Ward's pretty damn good versus these Druid of the Talon, but... Nah, he's just getting out. No Expo yet. There's the Expo now. That was definitely a good fight, though, for Dragon in the end. Who was I listening to that just said, you know, like, Hitman... It must have been one of Badoo's casts. I don't remember who. Someone said, like, and I don't know if it's true, that Hitman sometimes just says, like, screw this and makes the most wonky games where he just puts mass towers, or quite a few towers at each base so the dots can't do diddly, and then just goes, like, mass bat riders. I mean, if you're going to follow the Hitman way of BM, you might want to follow it the full way. That was close. I think his arm was just about to go off for the entangle. But DaviTsin did get a scroll of healing, so he's got that going for him. He's got to watch his tower, though. Oh. Jesus. That is a dead Expo. And he's got Cyclone now. I mean, you can purge your Cyclone if you want, but he doesn't have that much. You saw instantaneous Cyclone right as... Did that really dispel... Does that dispel it? I thought I saw he used LS on his hero. I didn't know that. Everything's dying. No. Alright, SH, staying alive. Ain't going too bad. But behind this, the Expo is going up, and now he's starting to lose too much. Now he's overextending. I've never seen... Yeah, Cuber, I've never seen LS literally cast it as the Cyclone went up, so I wasn't sure about that. So, this is kind of, I think, probably going to be the end of Dragonborn. I mean, of DaviTsin. I think Dragonborn's going to start rolling at this point. His hero levels suck. So, if anything, maybe the BM can right-click to the win, but... And maybe I'm being totally biased, but I don't know. Dots are freaking insanely good. He does not have that many, though. He needs to get a few more. And Dragonborn can't have his hero just sit out front. He does not... Oh, jeez. Well, that's exactly what he needed right there, but he needs it to die. He doesn't... He did not... There was no way to... Oh, okay, that's a dead hero. Oh, no. Well, that's a game. That's one way to win the game. So, get the guy to TP. And forget all of your Druid. Yeah, he needed to do this quicker. I don't think he noticed right away. So, now he switched into HH. Do a lot more damage to dots than grunts. He just lost quite a few dots. He had to use a lot more mana just to get the hell out. And he's getting his Expo put back up. It's a slow Expo, but the Expo is going back up. And the Expo of Dragonborn is just now actually kicking in. So this is what I mean, where like literally anything can happen. He needed to kill that Keeper. He needed to kill heroes, really. He didn't get the Keeper, but because he never had any Fairy Fire on the BM, he was just cycloning it. He couldn't see it coming. He had a TP out. He couldn't just run away, or else, yeah, the BM was definitely going to kill it. So, as a result, he left way too many Druids of the Talon behind. Got a little lucky. Did not lose that many, though, in that whole fight. And meanwhile, DaviTsin is just creeping away. He should have an invul pot if he wants one. Yep. There he is. If he wants it, you can grab it. But you also kind of want that scroll of the healing. And he buys, obviously, the TP. Needed that. And scroll of protection. All right. So, tower, if he just starts hitting one of the druids of the town, he could probably almost kill one. Where is his BM? I don't even know, but it's just staffed in. Thank you for the follow, Badger. So, what's going to happen here? If he gets his Voodoo Lodge down, that would actually be huge. He's going to need some mana very soon. He is losing a ton. These Headhunters and the Serpent Wards are going to have to do work, and the BM is going to have to do work because I think the SH is dead. DH staffed out, imbalanced, we all know. So now it's, you know, the BM versus the whole army. And that ain't gonna work. Alright, so. A little worried. But that was a good game. DaviTsin went totally the wrong build for what was happening there. What did they say the other maps were? I think CH, Echo Isles, and I didn't see what the other one was. So we'll have to wait to see. Oh, Cubert, get on chat. Let's see. Voice chat. If you're there. Because I got to drag you into the boardroom. But Hubert? Are you there? He's not there. It's a lie. Figured he might also want to be in game, but so he lied to everyone here when he said he'd be here for the next game, but you know, it happens. Ah, there he is. All right, someone's got to tell me how his sound is though, because I can't hear.
There we go. Hello, mate.
Can you people hear Cubert?
Yes, hear the sound of my booming voice.
I want the German Gandalf Scottish accent back.
Oh, it's absolutely horrendous.
He's a bit quiet. All right. Well, shit. Now he's at 200%. So let's see.
Is it going to blow your ears off, Nick?
You can blow whatever you want.
Hell yeah, brother. Romance for the win. So, first game was interesting, eh?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I feel bad for DaviTsin just because I know Orc versus Night Elf sucks, but it was a good game.
Yeah.
He had his shots.
Yeah, the thing is, his strategy wasn't very coherent.
Nope.
So, kind of had no real chance. Plus, Dragonborn did the dirty and opened Keeper, but then went dots.
Yeah,
So,
and I mean, I was kind of wondering that whole time. I'm just updating for those that are wondering why it's frozen. I am not like Bidoo and everyone else where they can like update these things coherently and well. But anyway, what was I saying? I don't even know if he knew that dots were coming until it was way too late.
yeah, not at all. It's very tricky on maps without a lab to scout for the Elves tier 2 transitions, and plus, the Orc always hits tier 2 first, so you kind of have to decide what buildings you're going to go before the Elf does.
That's true. But, well, DaviTsin has decided enough of this. I'm going HH. He decided if he was going to get dirty over on the other side with dots, what's more dirty?
Yeah, I think Farsi Headhunter is definitely more dirty. The apes here, the ape hunters.
It's coming. I've never actually seen him play FSHH, and he was on my team last year or last season.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're gonna actually see if it does take no skill. because I don't know how much Davidson's actually practiced it.
Well, I mean, David's quite good for his MMR range, so I think he'll manage just fine.
He
But
he.
it'll still be about the strategy, though, whether it's coherent or not.
Part of the reason we matched Dragonborn versus Davidson is last season Davidson played Grinchy and it was a very good series.
Yeah.
And I knew Davidson had gotten better. And Dragonborn played Grinchy this season and it was a very close season as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
Alright.
god, he's trapped.
That's one good way to start, but he did get treants, so
But he's not using them to get out.
I know. I'm just like maybe
Oh
he
my
doesn't
God.
want to waste it.
There
Oh, there
we
you go.
go.
I'm like you're
But
not
now
really
all
wasting
of his
it.
wisps are exposed, but it doesn't matter anyway because actually he's not against Blade Master. So it's a good thing that the wisps can't be trapped in here because you could potentially block them all in with wolves, and then the elf might be forced to mass dispel them if he has no mana.
This is just
Oh.
the GNL style
Oh my
of
God.
countering things.
Yeah, by countering them themselves.
So he just got a dispel, but it was only on one wisp. I mean, one FS's wolves. So he doesn't lose the Ancient of War, so that's at least nice. And he started his tech on the other side. Meanwhile, Dragonborn's still sitting tier 1.
Yep, he should start his tech right now, basically. He was smart to replenish the extra wisp and start the archer, and now he can go ahead to go tier 2. Yep, there we are.
So not only do you know things that I'm not going to know, you're also going to be able to point out everything I'm missing so Phoenix isn't telling me 5 seconds afterwards in chat.
Well, I mean, I can't say that I'm the most observant, but, you know, 2 pairs of eyes are certainly better than 1. But I really like this treant splitting onto the Farseer, just putting more damage onto him. Orc players, you know, playing the strategy, play very greedy and they play without shop for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
So getting any damage onto him is nice.
Penguin mentioned that Davidson forgot a burrow for a little while, which is true. Kind of stifled his growth for sure.
Yep, absolutely. He is getting the first attack upgrade. It's a little bit late as well. Actually, his macro across the board is quite late. So
yeah, I think he was a little confused on what was happening early on. Yep, that's Cubert casting with me. You are. I probably should have put it in the title, but I wasn't sure.
it's all
He was
good, people.
coming.
People don't need to know it's me. I could just remain a mystery caster. Except for the people who obviously recognize.
I think literally everyone knows your first name in Gym.
Sorry, my internet is absolutely terrible and I keep like having these huge lag spikes.
Yeah, as long as they don't disconnect.
I can't make any promises.
I know. I had that for a while too.
One of these days, I swear to God, I'll have internet like in my own flat, and it won't be like shared with someone else, and it won't be like, you know, the Wi-Fi box will actually
Yeah.
be in my home as opposed to my landlord's. So look forward to that one day.
Hey, look, you're getting famous. The chat is saying, well, Ewire is saying that he watched your what was it, Grubby training series.
Yeah, it was pretty spontaneous. It was fun for me. You know, obviously it was just very impromptu, and
Yeah.
he was looking for somebody to help. So, you know, I was just like, well, may as well, you know, play against him, see if I can learn anything. And obviously I lost both games, but the Talons game that I played, it was like a 25-minute game or something, so it was a good match.
Yeah, I saw that. That was good. And you're also not a Night Elf main, so... even
Yeah, and I'm
better.
not human main either, so it was pretty rough either way, actually, having to play off-race like both times, but it was a good experience. Learned a lot. You always learn a lot when you play against better players. Like, every time I've gone against superior players, I always learn a crap ton of information.
Well, in this game, pretty sure Davidson is not happy with how everything's been going so far. But who knows? Maybe the HH can pull it back. But his TC has nothing done on it. 24 XP.
Yeah, and he's missing like 3 headhunters as well. He should have 4. I mean, of course, I think one died, but at the end of the day, he's missing the mass that he really needs to just creep up as quickly as possible. And he doesn't have any idea what Dragonborn is doing.
Well, Panda just came out, and he is sending his FS back. I guess just alright for salves and whatnot.
Yeah, it feels kind of bad to have to buy salves on Concealed Hill, but I think if he does this camp next, I think it's pretty fair.
He just
Because
scouted,
you're going to be hurt.
and he just scouted out the expo, so you should know that's coming. So he's probably going to take this and then maybe move across map, but he's only going to have a level 2 TC at that point.
Yep. Well, there's nothing you can really do about it. It's definitely going to come up. So if I were in DaviTsin's position, I wouldn't really have done what he did. I probably would have gone tier 3, honestly. And play like the longer game and get Torrent and stuff like that.
Yep.
However, Dragonborn has gone for an absurdly greedy build by taking to tier 3, getting the expansion down, and then planting his lures, which are going to be extremely late in whatever they choose to produce, whether it's going to be MGs or bears. So perhaps if DaviTsin stays T2 and masses up more units, he might be able to actually get a really good timing attack onto the Night Elf side.
He still doesn't even know what's coming. He hasn't scouted at all except for that expo. I don't think he sent a wolf to the main.
He did, but it was the same wolf that was obviously part of the same set as the other wolf that scouted the expand, so it expired before it reached the base.
Oh, great.
So he had the right idea, but he should have set them both at once.
Well,
and
he's going to get a nice creep out of this. But I wish you just send another wolf to the main. He would see what's happening. He would realize everything is extremely late.
Yeah, for sure.
Robe of the Magi, probably not exactly what he wanted in all this, but oh, don't lose another HH. He just
oh
lost
my god,
me.
this creep is a total disaster.
No, don't pull a Kina bar.
Oh my god, yeah, he's pulling an absolute Kino right now. Just getting fucked by creeps. It's pretty hard to watch sometimes.
This TC, obviously he wanted to save it.
Oh my god, he's gonna aggro. Oh my god, did you see the way the Farseer was moving towards the Ogre Lord there? That was close. He almost pulled the camp onto himself as well. Okay, I mean, the Entangle is just gonna get dispelled, so that's fine. But Dragon actually being really cognizant of the Orc's counter expansion attempt, and he came over and cancelled it while the Orc was creeping. So, really good job by him. If I were Dragonborn, I would be aiming to go Marksmanship Archers with T3 MGs with the Hardened skin.
Well,
I think that's the best build.
He's going bears. He's getting master training right now, but he doesn't have much wood, so that is the one saving grace.
So what he should have done is he should go back with level 3 Keeper, buy Staff of Preservation, with his army, buy the Shredder, use the Shredder to creep like the High Priest and the Rock Golem, and then just staff the Shredder back to his base. And he can get that wood economy flowing much quicker. Instead, he's producing Wisp, which is just a waste of gold. And, you know, Shredder is incredibly efficient, mining like, what is it, 10 or 20 wood per strike? I think it's 10. Whatever it is, it's insanely efficient.
Oh, yeah. Kina, well...
Oh, it was only once.
Kina's in the...
It's so funny, though.
Jeez. Pipe, that's not bad at all. But what I was going to say, Kina, my goal, if I have one goal for the rest of, like, you know, my career in Warcraft, you know how we have the happy build? We have, you know, like, Mad Frog style things like, you know, Moon, the 6th race, 5th race. I want, when you start dying to creeps, to be called Kina style. So I'm going to push that.
Term coined.
Just for Kina.
Genius idea, Nick. Yeah, sure, you appreciate that, Kina, right? So, wait, hold on. DaviTsin doesn't have the pipe. There's no pipe. He must have left it on the floor. Yeah, Link already noticed as well. There's no pipe. He's left it dropped on the floor. Oh my god. So Dragonborn, so you see that he's had to remake so many wisps that he kind of feels obligated to break.
Yeah.
And
he's building an AP down south too.
Yeah, this is also nice because he can actually take out the shop over time. But what I dislike is the fact that he did go for the shredder. So first of all, his wood economy is going to take a while to get going because of all the wisps that have to be produced. And he had to break just to make a ton of wisps. He could have stayed 50 for much longer and just go base hit the orc meanwhile.
Meanwhile, DaviTsin is stuck at 50, basically under 50 food with 1,000 gold. He really wanted that expo. I think he was going to go back and buy like a tiny.
Yeah, that's why he built the Voodoo Lounge there, so you can just buy it right there and then.
Yeah.
And just plant the tiny hall. He also did add a Beastry, so he's getting the upgraded Kodo Aura, which is really, really strong. Especially with Berserkers, it just adds so much damage. He would also really love to have that Robe of the Magi be a flute instead.
He's getting Shaman Master training now too. So
yeah, like everything is coming together, but Dragonborn is doing the right thing and just being here.
Yeah.
Being here, and then DaviTsin's like getting ready to teleport. You can just tell from the way he was organizing his forces. So I think he didn't have to TP as quickly. He probably could have maybe sniped a few wisps, maybe even pick off that Ancient Protector that was building.
This isn't actually, this isn't the worst though for him, because now he's got this creep right here that he never took, and then right above it his shop. So he's gonna actually get level 4 TC, which isn't a great upgrade, but hey, it's one step closer to level 5 TC.
Yeah, it's certainly appreciated, but the thing is, the time is running against DaviTsin now. He's still 50 food, but Dragonborn's like 70 supply. The only weakness in Dragonborn's army is that he went for bears as opposed to MGs, and bears obviously kind of get slaughtered by orc, like caster, Kodo, berserker, walkers, those kind of units, Tauren, etc. Whereas MGs are basically invincible except against Tauren. So I still dislike the bear transition, but they are good at sieging, and of course rejuvenation is always a welcome spell in your arsenal.
Alright, so we still only have one Kodo. A second Kodo's coming out. That obviously is always very nice for bears if he can just like speed scroll in or whatnot and take them out before getting entangled.
Definitely is. Whereas we see Dragonborn adding the Fairy Dragon, which is a great unit in principle, but against Headhunters is going to basically die in like 2 volleys. So it might not last very long, but I think getting a few of them, maybe 3, would be great, because they'll be hard to take down all at once. Well,
I was also going to say, Dragonborn did not bring any Wisp with him to dispel, but, well, DaviTsin decided to attack because he has to attack, which means he's got plenty of Wisp, and that Fairy Dragon ain't going to die anytime soon. Problem is, it's way too far away.
Yeah, he preemptively used Mana Flare, which is a bit of a mistake positionally, but I think it's not going to matter too much. Although this is a horrible way to start the fight. Nothing is... like half the army's
gotta eat some bears. I mean, I'm rooting against my own team almost, but Jesus.
Well, we do see the mass wisp detonation, which is fantastic against the shaman. Most of them are dry. Actually, 3 of them are completely dry. And as I basically predicted, the bears are getting decimated by headhunters. They're kind of bad, and I don't know why you would make them.
Although he's about to get... Oh, never mind. He's not going to get one back. So, DaviTsin... Is it DaviTsin? Oh, it's DaviTsin.
Is it DaviTsin?
I don't friggin' know.
David. So, Dragonborn started with like 77 food.
Yeah.
And Davy Boy with 58, and he's 56, and Dragonborn is low upkeep.
He was at 51, but I think a Kodo just finished eating.
It did. And also the pipe, I think, is still chilling around here somewhere. Which actually would be fantastic to have right now because of all the mana burn from the wisps. He would be able to recuperate most of his mana before the next fight, and instead, it's just going to chill there the entire game with neither player crossing the mid.
He just can't let... He cannot let Dragonborn rebuild.
Yeah, he pretty much needs to not let up right now.
Because those 2 bases will sooner or later just overcome. I mean, he has the hero levels right now. I hope he just takes advantage of it. And I say I hope. I'm one of the captains. I am the captain of Dragonborn's team, but right now we're kind of doing, like, very well this week. And you always hope for 2-1s. So I hope Dragonborn wins, but I hope it's a 2-1, not a 2-0.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as you pointed out before, the goal of GNL is to try and get as many evenly matched
Yeah,
players against one another as possible, because we don't really want to feel disheartened or feel like they were given an unreasonable
and it's the
opponent or
whole
matchup.
point. You know, like we know that it's a fair matchup, but
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes it can feel real bad when you get 2-0'd quite a few times. Like Gandalf,
yeah.
when you come back week 5, I'm probably gonna give you like a 1700 player to smack you. So you know.
Yeah, I think Gandalf, like, he's definitely improving really quickly. And if he were actually to maybe ladder a bit more or CG a bit more, as opposed to practicing versus the computer, I
Yeah,
think he could rise very quickly. He absolutely has the potential.
that's due to his internet, I think, right now. He just hasn't been doing it much, which gives him
Yep,
chances to
yep, yep,
perfect
yep.
his build like he did versus Panic. That was clean.
Yep, absolutely was. So
Oh god,
Dragonborn
here we
not
go.
really ready to fight. I don't think he even has the hardened skin upgrade yet, but he might. I wasn't checking the lores because we were too busy chatting.
If DaviTsin wants to, he can just get out right now, but he doesn't want to. He does have the TP. There you go.
I mean, he is losing some stuff on the way out, and he
He
did kill the expand. My
he
God,
ate
what
an
a
MG as well, which will take
Oh my
7
God.
years to digest, but he ate it.
Oh my God, that's insane. And the funny thing is too is I might be wrong on this, but I think when a unit is being digested, I think it takes a flat 4 damage per second, but the MG has a 2 health per second regeneration. So I wonder if they just have 0 while they're in the belly, or do they keep regenerating normally? Because that could make it take, twice as long, basically. Could be in there for decades before that thing's
Cookie
dead.
Bud's saying he told him to eat a giant and he knew it. Cookie Bud's also the one who said last week in Spirit Breaker Mirror to make griffins. So when you're right occasionally, doesn't mean you're always right. But that Kodo is basically out of commission for a while. But that's also 7 food out from Dragonborn. That really just was not a good fight for Dragonborn to take, like you were saying. And he also left his fairy dragons back at his expo. I don't know if you noticed. But he lost his expo, and then he comes in, and then he loses the MG, and then he TPs out.
Yeah, it was just a bit of mispositioning on the map, really, just not being aware of like what was coming his way. He should have
There's
he should have been understanding from the beginning, basically, that
oh god,
once he denied the expand, DaviTsin has to be aggressive
and
because he can't let the Nav sit on 2 bases the whole time.
that AP just gave him level 5 too. But oh no,
Oh my God, this is going to be an epicenter stomp, and he stuns everything except the bear that just came in, which is absurd. You see how much damage these berserkers are doing, and I think Dragonborn is throwing the game by basically choosing to go bears. Night Elf players, don't build bears. They suck.
it used to be a thing, not anymore.
I mean, in general, like, the unit is insanely strong, but they're just so
Oh,
vulnerable to being controlled by spells, and then they just get picked off by ranged units. Whether it's Destros or Berserkers. Wow, GG.
all right, we got a 1-1.
Oh man, Dragonborn would be kicking himself for that.
Yeah,
As I said, I really feel like the best comp would have been 3 Mountain Giants, potentially a Tinker to help control the Headhunters, just mass Marksmanship Archer. And it's also less micro. You just A-click everything into the fight, use your spells, use your taunt, and there's nothing else to worry about.
classic night elf composition and army.
Exactly.
Just right click and win. You might be listening to 2 Undeads on stream right now.
Yeah, don't right click. A click and win. Because if you right click, then that works for us undeads, but it doesn't work for Night Elf armies very well.
What's the game name? I'm guessing I know what the game name's going to be, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm already spamming join DragonTsin 3.
If you want, like, if you want to see some undead hatred, I think in 30 minutes, Soul Glider might be streaming. They usually do it at 5 o'clock on Sundays or Saturdays, Washed Up League. So if they're doing that again, I don't know if they are. You can see the undead hatred over there, but I'm going to be my biased self too.
Although I'm not sure what's being casted on Washed Up tonight.
I know they always try and do it around that time. I just don't know if there's even any games. It kind of depends on if people are up. But
Yeah,
I'm definitely
like,
watching if it's up later.
I mean, I could potentially play, but I'm not sure I'm really in the mood. Might just play tomorrow. But I have 3 matches. I have Soul Glider, Micro, and Pokey all to go against by this weekend.
Soul Glider, Micro. So two night elves and 1 human.
Yep.
Fun.
I'm feeling very confident against Soul Glider, but against the other 2, you know, I haven't played versus Night Elf in quite a while, not laddering and stuff. And in the recent leagues I played, I'm basically just playing human players.
Yeah.
So I feel pretty confident with that matchup, but certainly not against Night Elf. They're a tricky bunch. It was my best matchup, I would say, when I was laddering, but Micro always gives me quite a tough challenge.
Cookie Bud, we have more viewers just due to my soothing voice and no other reason. Clearly. As far as casters, I'm Baron, nobody, and you got Cubert, who
Equally
you'll
a nobody.
see around on streams.
Equally as unknown, Nick. I think.
Nah, he's we can put it this way because you guys are from Back to Warcraft. He's on Hipposaurier's team, the guy that you always see in every single stream, because somehow he's in every single tournament and doing well. He's also a captain on GNL. You should all come on down. Sorry for the emoji spam thing. I don't know how to, I gotta turn that off, Phil.
Oh, is it the auto-modding stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said it earlier, we had like the first night I turned that on, I thought I'm like, cool, it's just auto mod, so I don't have to do anything. And then Angry Korean Man came in, and he automatically speaks in caps, just
Yeah, it's
nonstop.
squelch instantaneously.
So he got banned for 5 seconds, and then he got banned for like 5 minutes, and then of course Kaiser and Phoenix saw what was happening, and they got banned right away. So I unbanned Angry Korean Man and just left the other ones for a little while.
Yeah, they can mold a little bit. They can stew in the pot for a bit longer.
That's a interesting war mill placement, which usually means bad war mill placement. But
Yeah, it's not a very optimal location for the war mill. Certainly, you should rather just put it to the side here to gather wood more efficiently.
yep,
Because in the early stages, it's actually
Ooh.
best to always collect lumber from the closest side. But then when you build your lumber drop-off point building, like a lumber mill or war mill, you want it on the opposite side, so that you're basically always minimizing the travel distance as much as possible.
I don't know if you saw the other side. We got a warden coming.
Yeah, so I think it's a fairly predictable play on both sides. DaviTsin sticking with Farsight Headhunter because it's what led him to victory game 2, and Dragonborn going back to his favorite hero.
I've never really seen a warden on this map though.
Yeah, me neither. It's pretty difficult to creep her to 3, honestly.
That's what I'm trying to figure out in my head. And yes, Panic Rocker did say that Cubert is the guy who just recently made Grubby famous. That is true.
Yes, not the other way around, of course.
I hate these creeps. DaviTsin did what I always do, which is accidentally run through them.
Oh, it happens every game.
I got scared
Especially,
for a minute.
How so?
No, I heard building cancel for the Night Elf, but it was just going over to 21 out of 20 food. I thought he screwed up. But that's actually perfect timing for DaviTsin.
Oh my god, this is so bad for Dragonborn.
He's just got to watch. Don't get dispelled on both. But even that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you can afford to lose maybe 2 wisps in the early game as much as, maximal.
None died. All right.
Sorry, I dropped a little bit. I was saying, basically, you can afford to lose 2 wisps maximum in the early game, I would say. You really don't want to lose any more than that. But he's doing really good so far, and quite a common tactic is to put your hurt wisps into buildings. So you kind of ease the micro pressure a little bit on yourself. So I would be tempted as Dragonborn to go for Naga second and Mass Archer, and see if he can go for like a really heavy tier 2 style against headhunters.
I've never, like I said, I've really never seen Dragonborn play versus Night Elf, versus Orc. One thing about my team though is we have Penguin, we have I can't even say his name, but we have like 4 different orcs. So they're all about the same level or better than DaviTsin. So
Uh-huh.
he definitely has been putting in some practice against. And okay, as I'm saying now, he puts on a Tree of Life in his main. So I don't think he's looking to do what you were saying. I think he's gonna try and play this long. I don't know if it's been practiced. They had the maps decided ahead of time, obviously, but I don't know if they knew that TR was going to be one of them.
Yeah, perhaps not. Although it does seem like he prepared specifically for this. He bought Boots of Speed, which is another very heavy investment in the early game. So he's going to be looking to pick off
God, and he's going to get him.
headhunters. He's going to get a lot of kills, and that's why I think that he should probably not have gone for this Tree of Life and just go for a full like tier 2 shenanigans. Because it's pretty hard for the Orc to deal with the mass in the early game. Which is funny because they're also massing headhunters, but a
Yeah,
level 1 Farseer against Warden with that Shadow Strike focus and the Naga Cold Arrow is really, really good. I feel like the Orc kind of needs level 3 Farseer to have those the level 2 Wolves, which are just super, super good against archers. And then usually you're waiting on your altar hero as well, so you kind of catch the Orc at like his weakest point. Since this like Farseer Headhunter does take it does take some time to scale.
yeah. I mean, I knew DaviTsin may go FS just because it worked last time, but I do know he played Grinchy last season on this map, and he went BM first, and everything just kind of went to hell on him. So I don't know if he switched things up or he was just said, like you said, hey, it worked the first time, let me do it again.
Yeah, I think most Orc players realize that if they play Farseer Headhunter, it's tends to be rather lucrative for their ladder stats.
But Penguin, did he know that this was going to be one of the maps when he was practicing with you? And Cookie Bud, I'm not your captain. I can't put you versus orcs. For like the 7th time. I was your captain last season, damn it.
Who is Cookie Bud's captain? It's Kaiser, right?
I don't
Kaiser
even
took
know.
him from. Because I had Cookie on my team, and then Kaiser wanted him, so I gave him over to Kaiser.
I was
So-
actually there. Hubert was like, fuck no, I don't want Cookie. And Kaiser had to take him, actually.
Oh yeah, that's exactly how it took place.
Oh, he
So,
might. No? Alright. So the AOW barely survived because this is like a really decent timing
Oh my
if he gets
gosh.
his tree.
Oh
But
my
he's also
gosh.
taking a lot of damage on his FS. He's got to
Yeah,
watch out.
actually,
You're playing
he's
versus a freaking Warden.
He's gonna hit level 3 soon, and this level 2 Shadow. Wait, he went Fan on level 2 as well.
Yeah, you couldn't see that because you don't have it up. I did. I just never looked, so go figure.
Making full use of the tools you've got installed. Oh no, he denied the creep for level 3. That's actually pretty crucial because he can't be aggressive now. Like he could go over with level 2 Warden, but her potency would be severely reduced.
I was also about to cringe. I mean, I knew the FS wasn't going to die, but this freaking sea turtle does this.
Brad, this turtle is pissed.
If he took
This
like
is
1 or
brilliant.
2 more shots, he was so dead.
Oh my god. Like, the level 7 turtle is a very, very angry guy. Or hungry, perhaps. He is a gargantuan sea turtle, after all, so he must need a lot of protein and sustenance and whatever. We see Dragonborn once again elected to go for the greediest build possible, teching T3 and building the expand. He also skipped replenishing wisps pretty heavily, so he only has 4 on wood right now, which is nowhere near enough to support a mountain giant transition. He's going to need a lot more.
DaviTsin, on the other hand, he's sitting at 41 out of 41 food, so he's a little bit supply stuck. He's getting another barrel, but he's not getting shaman or anything this time. At least not yet.
Yeah, so he's electing to go for no casters, focusing more on the kind of
I don't know.
Kodo Raider style with
Oh
headhunters.
God,
Which
his
could be okay.
FS. His FS takes Tome, like, it was at full life, basically, and it just took all that damage from the creep.
Yeah, DaviTsin kind of he should basically be full health on most of his units because he has like one of the best creeping armies in the game, but kind of not creeping the camps properly and a little bit of a clowniness going on with this goblin merchant camp and the the ex- the the big turtle camp as well getting involved.
Also, I think Dragonborn heard you, because he's going archers and MGs.
Yeah, I'm very pleased. I feel like there's basically no other comp he should go for. With the MGs in front, it's just so good to have marksmanship archers at the back. They deal such incredible DPS. And you pretty much only need 1 to 2 scrolls to really heal them up back to full. Because there's a surprising amount of AoE damage from Orc. Even though both Stomp and Chain Lightning scale like quite poorly in terms of damage. But of course you also have Lightning Shield and the fact that the armies are usually A-clicked as well, quite often.
He's also getting a second lore. I mean, is he going to transition into... I thought we'd see more archers, but...
Yeah, me too. I was entirely expecting this to be actually a second Ancient of War.
Yeah,
Ancient
me
of War,
too.
but it's not. We also see a second barracks from DaviTsin, so...
And he's going into grunts.
He's going grunts. Oh my god.
Well, when
Okay,
you're
so
taking this much damage from a creep, you need bigger buffer units, I guess. Hold on. Rune Bracers. Versal Warden. Solo Warden.
It'd be good on the Farseer.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, like, normally you're like, well, that sucks. You're playing versus a friggin' Night Elf, but hey.
Cookie is saying he needs Lust, which I actually 100% agree with. Like, if you're going to make grunts against MGs, you kind of need Bloodlust to actually get the grunts to output any reasonable DPS. Without it, they're going to struggle pretty hard to actually kill the MGs. And he also doesn't have Berserker Strength, no attack upgrades. These grunts are puny.
Oh, man. It's a level 4. He's got level 2 Fan of Knife, and he's coming in. He's going to try and do damage, and if he TPs, that could be a lot of dead HH.
Yeah, definitely. But actually, he speed scrolls immediately to try and get out of the fight, which I think is good. I'm not sure if Dragonborn has resistance skin yet. No, he doesn't. So maybe DaviTsin could have stayed to try and eat a mountain giant. He also did have a speed heal scroll, so maybe he could have stayed a little bit longer.
Yeah, but the more I'm remembering now of the Grinchy versus DaviTsin game on this map, something similar happened, and then Grinchy, like, I think used a mountain giant taunt, and like DaviTsin lost half his army not realizing it.
Oh god.
So I think he's a little bit scared of, like most people, of those freaking MGs.
MGs are the worst, man.
Oh god, especially if your Kodo dies.
Oh my god, the Kodo! The Kodo! Oh, the Kodo's a goner.
God damn it. Pulling a Kina.
Oh. Man, he's really fucking keen at this game up right now. The one thing I'll say that he's got going for him is that he did get Flute of Accuracy, which is probably the best drop imaginable. He's also tiny hauling right now, but he is pretty hopelessly far behind in supply.
But a lot of that supply is MGs, which just mean he will slowly die to everything.
We actually see the depth training being queued for bears as well in one of the lures, so maybe he's going to add, 2 bears or something like that just to have roar and some DPS.
He has 30 food in MGs.
Yep, 28 food and 4 bears. It's pretty absurd. And also big mana.
Oh, 35, excuse me.
Does he have 5 mountain giants?
5th one's in the
oh, you're right.
In production.
Yep. 35 foot in MGs, which I think is, I mean, in 1 versus 1, you very rarely need more than 4. I would say even 3 is enough. Because he needs damage, But I guess, with Fan of Knives level 3 soon to be plus big mana, it might be just enough DPS to clear out the Orc army. But it's going to be hard for DaviTsin. He's focusing heavily on the armor upgrades, which I think is also a mistake. On the grunts, they really need damage to do anything against. Okay, you're saying that I literally just said that, and he's queuing up the attack upgrade now. So
he's getting the Kodo upgrade too, but he doesn't have a Kodo.
Yeah, because it died. So, oh man, it's gonna be rough for him. He also needs another burrow very soon, like now, because he's gonna get supply stuck. And he needs to get up to 80 just as much, as Dragonborn is pushing right now. Actually, he's already 84 food on Dragonborn's end. So, yeah, this army is gonna be humongous. Oh my god, Dragonborn also having a bit of a rough time with creeps.
Although losing
I don't
some
know
of these
what's going
archers
on.
may not be the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, I mean they don't even have the improved bows, so they're pretty much fodder. I would even just kill them all and either stay 80 because he would go from 86 to 80, or he can just push to 90 with more bears. But if it were me, I would kill them, stay 80, and build a tree of life in this corner.
He doesn't have master training yet. I thought that'd be done by now.
Yeah, he kind of mismacroed and had the other lore AFK, while the other lore had both a bear and master queued.
Yeah. Jeez.
So bit of a macro issue.
Still.
But still an intimidating force that I certainly wouldn't want to attack myself. The only thing is Dragonborn's really lacking upgrades, considering that he's going bear MG and he's only 0-1, which isn't very good. But the Orc army
There we
is
go.
kind of a strange comp, and I think it's not going to be enough. He already had to burn the first heal scroll, and actually he only has one.
He's taking down that MG, but at what cost?
Yeah, I mean, Dragonborn's just going to force a teleport, as we see, and he might consider counter-attacking now, because he can't farm the map up for any more XP.
And in funny way, now he's at 79 out of 80 food, so that actually helped him out.
Yeah, well, he kind of should have been, he probably should have been low upkeep in the first place. He didn't really have to go into high so early. But Dragonborn's issue is he hasn't scouted very well, I think, across all the series, the entirety of the series thus far. And he's quite unaware of what's actually taking place on the map. We saw in Concealed Hill, that's kind of what caused him to lose, was being so out of position and losing his main tree, his expansion tree. And now he's, oh my god, he's losing a bear to creeps. Oh my god, what's it with people losing stuff to creeps today?
Keena's here. Anyway, Dragonborn has nice upgrades. That's one thing for sure. 2-2 on his AHH, 1-2 on his grunts. Not Dragonborn, excuse me, DaviTsin.
It's a very expensive investment from the Orc point of view, though.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Like, those Orc armor upgrades are insanely expensive, the most expensive in the game. Range is pretty cheap, and attack is pretty cheap as well.
He's got no wood, though.
Still a huge investment, though. But he needs to break to 80 food, but he's just floating massively again.
He's got, like, barely any wood, which is also a problem. But, I mean, he already got his upgrades, so... He should be okay. He's just not doing much with it.
Not bad damage on these 0-1 upgraded units on Dragonborn's end, with the...
Wait, I just noticed FS has a tiny Great Hole.
Yep, I guess he was planning to expand once again. And unfortunately, he won't be planting it before running back. And he just immediately loses the expansion.
I mean, on the bright side, if Dragonborn TPs, he's got another expo up. Oh no, half his stuff is attacking the creep. Dragonborn TP'd out though. He got lucky.
The classic A-click into half your army aggroing like creeps or something like that, and then just everything is totally disorganized.
DaviTsin should kill this. I'm presuming he's going to go for the red at some point. So he should see the third expo. But the second expo, which I haven't even noticed, is also up on the bottom corner.
Yep, that's correct. The thing is, I mean, of course, Dragonborn can easily afford to cancel the expand this building at the red spot. However, it's generally better practice to expand at the camp that your opponent crept, so that they don't reappear.
Yeah.
So soon afterwards, because on DaviTsin's mini-map, this camp will appear as red, and he might not have noticed the drums or the medallion of courage on the warden, so he doesn't know that this is already crept or not, and as a result, he just walks over and cancels it. So you kind of want to avoid this.
He's so close to level 5 too. He needs level 5 before this fight, at least.
Well, he will actually hit level 5 exactly if he were to share the XP with this from this Wisp with both heroes, or of course if he were to give all the XP to the TC, then he would also guarantee level 5. But he's showing up at the perfect time here to kill this Tree of Life, which I think
Oh my god.
will end up being a pretty bad trade for him.
Look how
as
quick that
the
bestiary just disappeared.
Yeah, the Siege
And now the
Bears
main.
and the Siege MGs just dealing incredible
He's got a
damage to
TP
those.
now. Like, very soon. Because
Like
as soon as
now he
he's...
should teleport. And he's not doing it. He's taking a really long time to TP, and now he's going to TP. Wait, he's still not TPing home.
That's actually a perfect... If he can get behind this, these bears are stuck in the back. They're going to have to walk all the way around.
He's going to kill the fortress. He doesn't have any more wood to repair. It's dead.
And there will be a TP out, probably.
I mean, honestly,
If he wants.
Dragonborn should stay and try to pick off some stuff. He doesn't need to be scared, but
No.
he's playing it very, very patiently, and he's probably just going to break to 100 food.
Well, that's better than
doesn't have
82
to.
food, that's for sure. The mains are about to mine out. Well, one of their mains is about to mine out. The other one's main can't be mined out.
Yeah, and it wouldn't even be worth like repairing, sorry, rebuilding the main, because there's only 940 gold. So, you know, we're not even going to see a fortress. A Great Hall be remade in the main base of DaviTsin. This Rune of Healing is rather convenient.
Oh yeah.
I had to heal up this army for free, which is pretty funny. I think Dragonborn left that when he was really hurt when he was doing the camp.
Imagine if he had left that up and then Dragonborn came in with the first fan of ice and then he used it.
Yeah, that'd be sick. And again, we see bears just absolutely melting, but this time we have a whole bunch of MGs which are kind of, you know, semi-invincible to half of the Orc army at least. The Stomp is doing work, but we don't have level 3 wolves, which are really needed.
He does have a scroll of healing, but he's not using it yet. He's got to use it now.
He should use it now, really, because he's losing a lot.
Like
he needs to
now.
Use it.
There we go. Barely in time. And this TC is doing work, but now it's out of mana.
Yeah,
and a level 6 Warden.
82 supply. He has a big mana, so actually he could go for Vengeance right now. Here we are, there's Avatar of Vengeance, very nice.
Oh god.
Such a strong ultimate, and the next fan is probably going to clean up the rest of the... Yep, double kill on the grunts, and DaviTsin surely must know that this game is well and truly lost.
Yeah. So this game is pretty much over. Not much left to say, I think, unless somehow he really, really screws up this game. But that Warden is just going to be on the hunt now.
Yep. And of course, with the super wells, you know, just the mana regeneration is crazy. You know, he's already full mana from using like 1.5 wells. Oh my god, the Farseer is just insta-killed. And Dragonborn ties up the series 2-1 in a pretty exciting series.